what is going on, guys? Welcome to the RPJ YouTube channel. Today I'm here with Root Beer Milk, and this is
that's right.
The third episode
Guys.
of Smackdown.
Yep, guys, welcome to the A show. Surprise, surprise, the king is back in town. Yes, I'm back from my family obligations. I'm here to save Smackdown and vanquish Raw. So I'm taking control of this episode. So kicking off in the pre-show, we have Test versus William Regal. William Regal, he gets the win by pinfall, probably some brass knucks involved. 58 match, pretty decent. See, here at SmackDown, we aim to give the crowd a show. And we don't just pander to the TV audiences. We're going to give the crowd a show, an exclusive show. So next segment. Look at that, good announcing quality. And then we have some Team Female versus Team 2 guys in China. So, Billy Kidman gets the win when he submitted Torrie Wilson. I mean, probably best that he didn't go for shooting star press, but pretty decent showing except for Torrie Wilson. Woof. Oh my goodness. So, decent showing from everybody except Torrie Wilson. I don't know if we're going to be using her much going forward. Next segment, we got a treat. We got a real treat for the crowd. Going all out, we have Dean Malenko versus Jushin Liger in the next segment. Look at those guys. 64, yes. Announcing quality lifted the match. A real surprise. So these two guys, they go to a double disqualification. These guys, they just go ham for 15 minutes. They're giving the people the best action they can. So like I said, just giving the crowd a treat. And this is what you can expect for future SmackDown once we start getting to our groove. Matches like this. Alright, next segment's kicking off the show. So the announcers there are starting to introduce the show when they get interrupted by some glass breaking. Stone Cold, he stomps his way down to the ring. He looks like he's got something on his mind, which he does in the next segment. All right, so he essentially says, "Oh, Stone Cold, it doesn't matter if he has to face one person, what, two people, what, a whole tournament, what, or a whole damn army. Stone Cold is winning that WWF title. And it doesn't matter who he's facing. He could be facing the gobbledygooker, but he's facing the Undertaker, and looks like he's gonna get bumped off. He's beaten the Undertaker before he'll beat him again. Undertaker, he doesn't take too kindly to this. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. He comes out, keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Keep rolling. So Undertaker, he comes down. He's like, "All right, Austin, you're a redneck. I may be a redneck too. But there is no way you are bumping me off. You're not bumping off the American Badass in the first round of this tournament. No way, dude. It's been too long since I've been WWF champion. And there's not a man on earth or in hell who could keep me away from that title. So, Austin, come Judgment Day, the rules are going to be reversed. You're going to get your neck bounced off that canvas when I spike you with a tombstone pile driver." Now, Austin Taker, they kind of stare at each other for a bit. Austin and Taker, they both raise the mics to their lips, and they said, and Austin, he's the first to speak. He says, "You know what? All this talking, I realize I'm not here to talk. I'm here to fight. Taker, I'm bored. I'm getting a little antsy. I want to see what you've got." So the two start brawling until the people they come. We got people clearing out the locker room. They're trying to separate these guys in the next segment. So yeah, they're clearing each other out. They're fighting. People, they come to separate them. Stone Cold, he starts dropping people with stunners. Undertaker, he's giving people choke slams left and right. Pretty soon, they're the only ones left standing face to face. They both exit the ring. They know they're going to give each other hell on Sunday. Next segment. Alright, we got a returning Jerry Lawler. He's, with a surprise appearance, he's facing Kurt Angle in like a special exhibition. Kurt Angle, he murders Jerry Lawler, the senior citizen, who's, I think, in his 50s right at this point. Puts him in the ankle lock, it's over. Kurt Angle, Jerry Lawler, he limps over to the commentary desk. He gives a high five to JR. He's like, well, I guess I'm staying here until my leg heals up. So we have Jerry Lawler on commentary for the rest of the night. Next segment. And it's good that Jerry Lawler took over on commentary because Paul Heyman had to skedaddle back to his office. So, Bubba Ray, he's heading to Paul Heyman's office. He needs to talk with him. We see Stone Cold exit Paul Heyman's office. What could that mean? Who knows? Bubba Ray, he goes into Paul Heyman's office. He's like, look, Devon's hurt. I know we were scheduled to be in the tag title match coming up, but Devon, he's hurt. There's no way the Dudley Boys can continue. Paul Heyman's like, do you have Spike Dudley? Don't you have Spike Dudley? He's like, what about Spike Dudley? Who gives a rat's ass about Spike Dudley? But he's like, look, there's just no way the Dudley Boys can compete. It's like, Paul Heyman's like, well, I know. It's troubling to hear that. You guys are a great tag team. I really wanted you in that tag title tournament. So how about this, Bubba? You get to choose who will be representing the Dudley Boys in that tag title match. And at hearing this, Jerry Lynn and Lance Storm, they come into the GM area. They say, hey, Bubba, look, we go way back. We're willing to give you. We'll be willing to lend a hand. We'll take on the match for you. And Bubba's like, you know what, guys, we're some ECW originals. We gave each other hell in ECW. Heyman gave us hell. I gave you two hell. You two gave me hell. You guys even gave Devon hell. But I respect the hell out of you guys. So, if you guys can win a tag team match, you guys can represent the Dudley Boys in the tag title match. Provided that, if you guys win, Dudley Boys get the first shot. They shake hands and that's it. Alright, next segment. Alright, so Christopher Daniels versus Christian in a 7-minute match. Christian gets it. Christian gets the win with the kill switch engaged, and he moves on in the championship tournament. Next segment. Christian, he's celebrating. He's happy. He's moving on in life. He is far. There's no way Edge is holding him back now in the tag title division. He's going for the title. Next segment. Alright, so Mike Awesome, he comes to the arena and he sees there's a crate left for him. He gets out of he gets out of his Chevy, probably gonna say what car, RBJ, what kind of car would Mike Awesome have?
Camaro.
A Camaro, too nice for him. He's getting out of his Chevy Malibu. His 1993 Chevy Malibu. I don't know if they made Malibus back in 1993. But he sees there's a crate that says for Mike Awesome. So, Mike Awesome, he's like, oh, it must be from Mick Foley. Now, it's Cactus Jack. Mick Foley has reverted to his Cactus Jack form. Cactus Jack, the man who gave Mike Awesome hell in ECW. They start brawling all over the parking lot. All hell has broken loose in the parking lot. I presume there's security that's right on it, but looks like when it come Judgment Day, it will be Mike Awesome versus Cactus Jack in a hardcore match to decide who moves on in the tournament. Next segment. Alright, so looks like Jerry Lynn and Lance Storm's test was the Road Warriors. Jerry Lynn and Lance Storm, they're kind of new to being a tag team with each other in the WWE landscape, but they managed to there comes a point where the Road Warriors they hit the finish on Jerry Lynn. 1, 2, kick out. Jerry Lynn kicks out. The crowd is presumably pumped. Lance Storm gets the hot tag, hits a super kick. All hell's breaking loose. These guys are going at it. When Jerry Lynn gets another hot tag back in, Spike probably hits his finish. I don't remember what it is. On Road Warrior Hawk. He submitted him. Oh, let's say guillotine choke. He makes Hawk pass out, and that's it. Oh no, Animal. He makes Animal pass out, and we're moving on. Looks like Lynn and Storm can represent the Dudley Boys in the tag title match. In the next segment, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so Lance Storm and Jerry Lynn, they're celebrating. And when Bubba Ray comes out, he gives a nod of approval, signaling that, yes, you guys have impressed me. You've earned a shot for the tag titles. Next segment. Alright, so Paul Heyman, he's in the parking lot. So Cactus Jack and Mike Awesome, they've been escorted out of the arena. He's on the phone with the board of directors. He's on the phone with the WWF board. He's like, no way in hell. No way. I hate this guy. I can't believe it. We see a limo pull up, and Paul Heyman goes, oh, for the love of God, there's no way I can deal with this guy. No way. And it's like, he's about to cuss when we cut to the match at hand. CM Punk versus Rikishi. Oh my God. So CM Punk and Rikishi don't click at all. Okay, so Rikishi wins by submission. I assume he suffocates CM Punk with his giant ass cheeks. So this rookie up-and-comer CM Punk gets suffocated by Rikishi. And after the match, he's all sour. He's angry. He's furious. He's kicking stairs when someone comes out. In the next segment. The crowd hears a woo. It's Ric Flair. He struts down to the ring. He gives Rikishi a high five, and he stops CM Punk on his way down the ramp as CM Punk's heading up it. He says, kid, I like what I saw out there. You've impressed me a lot. There's quite a few things I think you can learn from me. So, here's the keys to my limo. Why don't you go park that? Go get Ric Flair some babes, some champagne. I'll be teaching you the ropes once the show ends. So Ric Flair, he makes his way to the ring. Next segment. He makes his way to the ring.
Wow,
he gives
the highest segment of the series so far.
Yep, Ric Flair gives a Ric Flair promo. Woo! So he's strutting around the ring. He says, Ric Flair is the man. Back then, in the 90s, Ric Flair came, he won the Royal Rumble, he main evented WrestleMania, he is a 2-time WWF champion. But folks, the party was not in the WWF, it was in WCW. But Ric Flair is back, baby. He is the styling, profiling, wheeling, dealing son of a gun. He is back, and the man is here to win titles. So, folks, crowd, you are here to get a show. Ric Flair will give you a show each and every week on Smackdown. And roster, I'm putting you all on notice. I don't care if you're on Smackdown. I don't care if you're on Raw. I don't care if you're on the Indies. I don't care if you're on Heat. Ric Flair is putting you all on notice. And at the pay-per-view, I'll give anybody a chance to wrestle me. Anybody at all. To wrestle the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo. Next segment. Alright, so we cut to backstage. Jeff Hardy. He's focused. More focused than we've ever seen him before. He's warming up for his upcoming match with Kane. Next segment. We cut back to the parking lot. Undertaker is on his motorcycle. He essentially tells Kane to, hey, Jeff, you're facing Jeff Hardy in the main event tonight for the IC title. Give him hell. Like you will, win the IC title, and I'll see you at some point, and I'll see you in the finals for the WWF title. Keep it, says something like keep it tight or something like that, and he rocks out of the parking lot playing like Slayer, Limp Bizkit, or Metallica, something like that, and Kane is left there with an intensity. Next segment. Alright, so we have a package of what has gone down in the tournament so far. Randy Orton with his surprise win over China, RKO out of nowhere. We've seen Stone Cold Kurt Angle brawling. Kurt Angle beating Lance Storm. We've seen Dean Malenko beating Jerry Lynn. Undertaker doing biker stuff, and it transitions into the match coming up. Kane and Jeff Hardy, title on the line. Who's moving on in the tournament? In the next segment. Jeff Hardy, he makes his way to the ring. He's no showboating to the crowd. He is he's serious. Kane makes his way to the ring, nothing but malice intent behind his mask. Looking at Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy looking back, not afraid. What's going to happen in this match? Next segment. We cut to backstage. Stone Cold Kurt Angle, Big Show, Christian, Paul Heyman, Ric Flair, Randy Orton. They're all watching the screen. They're watching what's going on. Everybody seems more interested in this match than the previous matches. Is there something in the air? Is it Jeff Hardy? Is it Jeff Hardy's time to finally break out of the mid-card scene? We'll see. In the next segment. Oh, a pretty decent match, actually. So Jeff Hardy, he defeats Kane in a storytelling match. So Kane, he kills Jeff this entire match, but Jeff Hardy, he keeps battling back. And then, eventually, Jeff Hardy hits a whisper in the wind, goes up for a swanton bomb. Kane moves out of the way, hits Jeff with a choke slam, hits him with a tombstone pile driver. Jeff Hardy kicks out. This match means so much to him. A twist of fate, another swanton bomb. Jeff Hardy is the victor. And he has not only retained his Intercontinental title, he has moved on in the WWF Championship Tournament. He is another step closer to realizing his dreams. The broken and battered Jeff Hardy in the next segment is then embraced by his brother Matt Hardy, coming over from Raw just to support his brother. He gives Jeff a hug, and he helps him up the ramp in the next segment. We cut to backstage again. Stone Cold and Kurt Angle, they look kind of impressed. They walk off. Paul Heyman is in shock. He thought this was a guaranteed win for Kane. He's flabbergasted. Big Show, he's walking off with Ric Flair. They're kind of talking shit. Big Show, he says, well, Jeff Hardy just killed himself this match. So it's practically a bye for me. Randy Orton, he walks off. And Christian, he looks on with pride. One of his oldest rivals and him have now moved on to the WWF tournament. They've both come so far. He's almost proud of Jeff Hardy. Next segment, we end the show. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy at the top of the ramp. Jeff Hardy, Intercontinental title in hand. Matt Hardy and referees holding him up. Jeff Hardy is victorious. So, RPJ, we're not quite done yet. In the post-show, we got a good old classic beer bash from Stone Cold Steve Austin, sending the crowd home even happier. So, RPJ, what do you think this show got?
I'm gonna guess a 63.
Solid guess, we'll see.
What do you think?
65.
Let's see this. A 62.
62.
We were tied this week.
We were. Hey.
And this is your best show yet.
We're catching up. Yeah. We're catching up. Next week it will be Smackdown taking the win.
Let's see about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll catch you guys in the next one for the first ever pay-per-view. It is going to be Judgment Day. Hope you guys are excited for that, so make sure to tune into that. This is RPJ with Root Beer
and RBM.
And we are signing off. Peace.
Peace.